Here's a quick video to show. I basically got the palette UE7 on pin 6. The leg is disconnected from the socket, so it's not making contact with the PCB. I've soldered in a jumper wire, and I'm gonna basically jumper it to NuBus using the PDS slot. And like this, I'm going to show that that the artifacts appear only when it's connected to NuBus, and then not when. And then I'll connect it up to AS, which is address strobe, and I'll show that there are no artifacts. So we'll start with the NuBus. This is what it's been connected to all this time. And on my 3 boards, I get pretty consistent artifacts after about 5 minutes. So we booted up. I've had the machine on just now, so it is warmed up a bit. So the artifact should come on quite quickly, maybe in a minute or so. I'll put a timer on as well, just to keep track of things. So I reckon within a minute, it'll start to show the artifacts. There's one. I can see one already in the corner. Yep, see the little dashes? So it's going to get more intense very soon. Whenever there's movement on screen, you'll just get these dashes building up. And that is because the NuBus signal is that it switches too late. It's 20 nanoseconds late. So yeah, so you can see it like straight away. It's been less than a minute. It's been about a minute running, and it's just total garbage on screen. It will clear up within another 5, maybe 10, 15 minutes. It does clear up, but it's every time you do a cold boot, you go through this. On this board, every board I've built is a bit different in terms of just the patterns of behavior, but this is pretty much it. So it's unusable. So I'm going to shut it down now. I'm going to shut it down, and we're going to switch this jumper wire over. So I'm going to move it now to AS, which is pin 89. So it's in pin 82 of NuBus. I'm going to move it to pin 89. I've marked them. So if I put it in here and I boot up, now there should be no artifacting. So it's all looking good. I'll run it for a couple of minutes just to show. One of the tests I quite like to do is just to get a README document open and then to scroll through like this, because it basically updates the screen. It moves a lot of pixels, so it exposes any issues with the addressing like really fast. Anything that moves pixels on the screen will get the artifacts to show up if it is currently exhibiting. But the thing about the issue is that made it hard to diagnose as well is the fact that it's not consistent across different boards, and it's not consistent like across cold boots, warm boots, and how long the machine's been on for. So it's kind of hard. It was hard to pinpoint. Well, extremely hard to pinpoint. Okay, the machine's been on for about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, so I'm going to shut down now and I'm going to switch that pin 6 of UE7 back to new bus because it's currently on AS, which is where it should be. So if I move it back to the other pin 82 of new bus, of the PDS connector, sorry, I'm going to boot up again. What we should see is the artifacts again, maybe after a minute, maybe quicker, we'll see. There we go, and it's bad, straight away. Massive graphical corruption, unusable. And yeah, the glitches will screenshot. So if I take a picture, let's see, picture 1, yeah. So we're gonna have glitches on a picture and then glitches on top. So yeah, we don't know which are the ones in the photograph and which are the real ones. Not possible to say. Anyway, yeah, pretty bad. And I'll switch over one more time. Because why not, huh? Just to show one more time that AS is the connection that works. So yeah, pretty strong corruption there. Nice and clean. And yeah, nice picture. Beautiful black and white image. And I've had the machine running like all day basically. I've been fiddling around with it. I had it on yesterday a couple of hours. I had it on half an hour the other day, the day before that. So yeah, I think this is well and truly fixed. I'll run it just for a minute, but yeah, I can show you the screenshot. So the screenshot, as you see it does record the corruption. At least this type of corruption. With the other version of the PAL chips at UE6 and UE7, there's an older version of the PAL chips. That produces a different kind of anomaly that you can't screenshot. But with these newer PAL chips, it does kind of the corruption does persist. So yeah, so if I shut, I don't want to look at that particularly anymore. This is working great. So I've got 3 reloaded boards now that are no longer paperweights. This is brilliant. There we go. So yeah, that's been running for a couple of minutes, and clearly with the other when it's connected to new bus, it artifacts straight away. So if it was still doing it, it would have done it by now. There we go.